Alicia, and I'm very happy to meet you. I'm your nutrition counselor. And how would you like to be greeted?
My name is Francis.
Francis? And do you mind me calling you Francis, or do you have another
Yeah,
name?
Francis is good.
Francis is okay? Okay. So does this seat work for you?
Yes, it's perfect.
Let's see, today I'm going to ask you a series of questions about your eating patterns. Have you met with a nutrition counselor before?
Not that I know of.
Not that you know, okay. So as a peer nutrition educator, I can provide some nutrition education on only 3 topics. So I can help you with, I can talk to you about eating on a budget, reading a food label, or eating a balanced diet. Do any of these sound interesting to you?
Can we try?
Do you want me to repeat it?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I can only I can only try to counsel you on 3 topics. So eating on a budget, reading a food label, or eating a balanced diet.
Can we do reading a food label?
Reading a food label, okay. Reading a food label, okay. Okay, I'll remember this as we continue talking. So just a little housekeeping. I want you to know that you can stop me at any time if you feel uncomfortable or embarrassed, or you just don't want to continue talking at all during our meeting. Mike here is going to observe me and take notes about what I'm doing, but my professor, Dr. George, will only view this information. I will need your consent to begin.
Okay.
Can
I'll give you my consent. Oh,
Here, you decide this.
okay.
Okay.
Oh.
There's like your counselor's signature is on my finger, and then today is the 28th. Okay. Thank you. Let's see. Are you ready to begin? Okay. So I'm going to start today ask you a few questions about you to give me a better idea of some challenges or support that may exist in your routine related to your eating patterns. So what grade are you in as a state?
A 5th year.
You're a 5th year, so you would be counted as a senior? Senior, okay. Do you live on or off campus?
I live on.
Live on campus? Okay. And how long does it take for you to walk to campus?
I don't usually walk. I get dropped off.
Okay, get dropped off. How long does that take?
About 5 minutes.
Just 5 minutes, okay. 5 minutes. And I would have to ask, do you have any dietary restrictions or preferences, just in case if we answer some questions related to that?
I don't really eat meat, but I'll eat seafood. And I'm lactose intolerant, but I still will consume lactose.
Me too. Let's see. Don't eat meat, but eat seafood. And you're lactose intolerant, okay. How often do you buy meals or snacks out? Like never, sometimes, always, often? Like do you go out to restaurants or fast food?
I would say sometimes.
Sometimes?
Actually, often.
Often? Okay. And how often do you buy meals out on a typical weekend? Like Saturday or Sunday?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. How often do you buy snacks out? For example, on campus, for fast food snacks, or something to eat just
Probably
eat?
always.
Always? Okay, I'm going to take a moment and total your response. Okay, now we will move on to conducting a 24-hour diet recall. So we will be talking about the foods and beverages, snacks, and you eat in between your meals that you had yesterday, starting from the time you woke up until you went to sleep. So we will follow a 3-pass system. First, I will ask you to share a quick list of what you ate yesterday. Then I will have you add in details. Then I'll review it with you. And while you're providing these details, I want you to use common objects or measuring cups to assist you in being precise with your memory. So here are an assortment of common objects that you can use. Hopefully something relates to it. And then, so how does this sound?
Pretty good.
Okay, so it's a moment to find papers. Okay, so what was your first, what was your first meal? Yesterday? Do you remember the time? Maybe what, where you were at?
I had a gummy vitamin
A gummy vitamin, okay.
at probably 9 a.m.
9 a.m. Do you remember where you were at?
My boyfriend's house.
Your boyfriend's house,
Mhm. And then I went home,
Mm-hmm.
and then around, well actually I didn't go home. I went to school,
Mm-hmm.
and then my friend got me a bag of hot Cheetos, so I ate probably half of the bag.
Hot Cheetos.
Half of hot Cheetos. Maybe around like this much.
So French fries?
A serving of French fries worth.
Okay.
Um,
Do you remember what time that was?
that was around 1-ish.
1-ish, okay.
Yeah. And then,
And that was at school?
yes.
Okay.
And then I had a single starburst.
1 Starburst?
Yeah, it was around the same time. I want to say like 1:30, maybe a little later.
And still at school?
Yeah.
So like 1:30, okay.
And then I had a Ghirardelli dark chocolate piece of chocolate. It would be like a block of cheese, but if this cheese was
Like half a block of cheese? Half a block of cheese, okay. Half a square cheese,
square, yeah.
okay.
What else did I have?
You had that, what time did you have that chocolate? Was it still at school?
Yeah, I was at school.
School, okay.
And then I went home,
Mm-hmm.
and then I had pasta.
Okay, pasta?
Domino's pasta.
Almost good.
It
Okay.
was pesto. Excuse me, it was pesto Alfredo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember, do you remember how much was it? Was it the size of the egg?
Probably the spaghetti noodles.
Spaghetti noodles? Okay. 1 spaghetti noodle, okay. Do you remember what time was that?
Around like 8.
8, okay.
And then I had about half of a pizza at the same time, so I would say 2 bread loaves.
2 bread loaves, okay. 2 bread slices, and that was around the same time, 8 o'clock.
Mhm.
Was this at home?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I had the spaghetti amount of Doritos, spicy chili.
Spicy chili Doritos. Spicy chili Doritos. About 1 spaghetti, okay. Did you have anything to drink in it during any of your meals?
Oh yeah, I had about 3 24-ounce bottles throughout the day.
3:20.
So 3 times 24 is 36, I think. No, I'm stupid.
No, it's okay. I can't. I'll calculate it. Like 324 fluid ounces. Fluid ounces of water. Okay. And that was like throughout your day. Okay. So like throughout your day. And did you have anything else to eat after the spicy Doritos?
I also had spicy Lay's potato chips.
Spicy Lay's. After the Doritos.
After the Doritos, and then I want to say it was about a yogurt cup's worth.
Yogurt cup. Okay. Yogurt cup. Is there anything else? Okay. Anything
I
else?
think that was all I had.
And then you went to sleep.
Oh no, I also had 3 cuties, Mandarin cuties. I
Okay.
always forget those.
You had 3 cuties. Okay. 3 cuties. What are the size of the cheese cubes, or like smaller?
Probably like this.
So like
Yeah.
3 cuties altogether, like one kale? Or like 1 kale per cutie?
1 kale per cutie.
So,
It might be a little too big, but it's okay to estimate.
so 3 kales.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that was after your spicy lays, or like sometime during the day?
That was before. That was after the pizza.
It was after the pizza?
Mm-hmm.
So sometime around after 8 o'clock? Like 9 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I had pretzels with peanut butter.
Pretzels, was that after the cuties? Or
That was after everything.
pretzels with peanut butter. Do you remember how much peanut butter or how much pretzel you used?
I want to say I used about,
Those are strawberries.
I guess, peanut butter. Half of a cup of this.
So half a cup for the peanut butter, and then for the pretzels.
For the pretzels, I would say maybe this much.
So French fries for pretzels. Okay. Anything else?
And I think that's it.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's go back here. Back here. Let's see. Oh, and then I have to ask about like the brands. Do you remember what type of brand was the gummy vitamins? No. Okay. Cheetos or hot Cheetos, Starburst. Do you remember the flavor of the Starburst?
It was a yellow one.
That was the yellow one. Oh, that's like, what's the lemon?
It might be.
Oh, it might be lemon. And then Ghirardelli is for the dark chocolate from the Ghirardelli. Was it like a small piece, or like let's see, Ghirardelli? I don't
It
know.
was small. It was like this tiny. It was a little sample.
It was like a sample size. And then the pastas from Domino's.
Mm-hmm.
And
Pizza's
then
also from Domino's.
pizza from Domino's, Doritos from Doritos, Lay's are from Lay's. Do you remember the water?
Filtered.
Filtered water. Do you remember the brand of your cuties?
Mm-hmm.
No? Okay. Oh.
Sure.
Okay, give me 1 minute. Let's see who is the top door. Are you excited?
Yes.
Oh, we're on here, but
Okay.
give us like maybe like 15
Oh,
minutes.
yeah.
So you can wait here, you can, okay. Have a nice day. He's a little,
Yeah.
okay. 3 cuties, and then the pretzels are like a store-bought brand. Okay. Store-bought brand, oh, I lost my train of thought right now. Oh, okay. So there's cuties and pretzels with peanut butter, and that was it for the night. So let me just repeat what you had throughout the day. So at 9 a.m. at your boyfriend's house, you had a gummy vitamin, about how many vitamins?
Just two.
Just 2 vitamins. And then at 1 p.m. at school, you had hot Cheetos, half a bag, or French fry size. And then at 1:30 at school, you had a Starburst, 1 Starburst, lemon flavored, and then you had a Ghirardelli dark chocolate, which was like half a square of cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And then at 8 p.m. you had a Domino's pesto Alfredo, that was 1 spaghetti worth. And then you had 1 slice of pizza, which was about equivalent to 2 bread slices.
Mm-hmm.
And you had spicy chili Doritos, which is about equivalent to 1 spaghetti size. And then you had spicy Lay's, which is equivalent to a yogurt cup size, this one. And you had water throughout your day. You had 3 of them for about 24 fluid ounces. Hopefully it's like up here. Here, probably multiple cups. And you had 3 cuties, which were for like size, probably 3 kales, and then you had pretzels with peanut butter, half a cup of peanut butter, and like pretzels were about French fries. Anything else that I forgot to?
No.
Okay. Let's see where we go. We have to do here. And then, okay. Let's see. So I reviewed it with you. So please let me know if there are any other foods, drinks, or snacks that you might have left out. So I'll give you like a minute to think about that. Maybe not.
I'm good.
You're good? Okay. And then would you say this is a usual day for you? In terms of foods and drinks? Or is this an unusual day or like a...
I would say it's usual in terms of the, like having light lunches and breakfasts,
So like light lunches and breakfast.
and then around dinner time, maybe a different story.
So you tend to eat lighter throughout the day, like in your first half of the day, and then you tend to at night you tend to eat a little bit more. It's a bit more. It's a bit more. So heavier, a little bit heavier. Okay. Let's see. Okay, thank you very much for sharing your dietary intake with me. So now, as a review, the nutrition education topic you were interested in today was reading a food label. Is this still something you're interested in talking about in relationship to the information you just provided?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Okay, my mentor has reviewed the information I'm going to share with you related to your selected topic, which was reading a food label. What I would like for us to do now is think about the topic you selected and the information you shared. I would like us to work together to create a SMART goal for you. At the level of change you can indicate, SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. The most successful lifestyle changes occur when you make the goal SMART and you understand your level of motivation or readiness to meet this goal. So to get a better idea of how ready you are to make this change, we will use this picture of a rule. Let's see, where is my ruler? So if 1 is not ready at all and 10 is ready, where are you on this scale?
I want to say 3.
You're 3? Okay. You're 3. And how confident are you that you can make this change? So you have a 3 for how ready you are, but how confident are you into making that change? Like you're
I would say the same.
So 3 for so you're confident. You're not that. You have a 3 for a little bit of confidence, and you're 3 for readiness. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So thank you again for answering for these questions about your diet and also about your readiness. From your response, it appears that you are at a stage of awareness. So could I take a moment and provide you a little nutrition education about your subject?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So the most important thing when you're reading when you're reading a food label is to look at the serving size. This tells you how many servings there are per container. So you're able to look at the food label over here. It says in 1 container so their serving size is 1 cup, and there's servings per container is 2 cups. So there's 2 servings in this label. Let's see. So the numbers and the nutrition facts label represent 1 serving. Oh wait, I just said that. So if we were to look at this label, for example, as a label for a box of cereal, then the values below would correlate with that. If you ate the entire container of cereal, you would have 2 cups, and there would be 2 servings per container. And to figure out the new nutrition facts, you need to multiply the numbers by the number of servings per container. So if you ate the entire container, what would you need to multiply these numbers by?
So what I understand most of that stuff, but what confuses me is the % daily values.
Percent daily values? Give me a second. So it is kind of hard to figure out what the values mean for the percent daily values. So for example, in this situation, the cereal is providing 12 grams of fat. Wait, is it 12 grams?
That's 8 grams.
8 grams of fat? Oh, sorry, that's a typo right here. So that doesn't really mean, that doesn't really help us determine if that's high or low in fat. That's where the percent daily value comes from. And so they help you determine if a serving of food is high or too low in a nutrient. So if you were to look at like vitamin A, it has like 10%. 10% of vitamin A is in 1 serving. So if you had 2 servings, that's like 20%.
What is 10%?
So that's 10% of So it's out of 100% of the recommended daily intake for the nutrient. So we could tell how much this food. So this
okay.
we could tell how much this particular food contributes to your daily recommended allowance. So if it says.
So if I were to eat this, if I were to eat this whole thing,
Mhm.
which is 2 servings per
Mhm.
container, I would have,
Like 90%
I would have 90%
of your
of my daily values of iron.
Yes. That's a lot of iron.
That is.
That's a lot of iron. So you have like vitamin A, that's like 20% of your daily intake, and you would need to find foods that would kind of like
Mm-hmm.
take that other 80% that doesn't okay, that's not included in this cereal.
Okay, that makes sense.
But then this is out of a 2,000 calorie diet, so kind of it depends on what your specific diet is.
Mm-hmm.
So you might have to adjust it to your personal.
Oh, that's a lot of math.
That's a lot of math, I know. So let's see. Is there anything particular that you don't understand other than the percentage value? Like that was the one thing you were concerned about?
No, that was what I was really just confused
Me too.
about.
I didn't really understand that too. Let's see like a
Mhm.
bit later. So let's see.
But I understand mostly everything. I understand that that just because it says total fat 8 grams doesn't mean that it's all that terrible for you. They don't show us all the other fats.
If we notice that for total carbohydrates they're 37 grams and
Mhm.
dietary fiber is 4
Oh, I
grams.
never
to-
saw that.
Total fiber is 1 gram. We add that up, that's only 5 grams. So you're missing you're missing like 32 grams of like isolat. You're missing 30.
So where would that come from?
So that could be, I guess it could be from like the added sugars or like some, could be from, what else could it be from? What else could it be from? I am not completely sure about where the other 32 grams are, but I could always look into it and maybe contact you in a future time to figure out what it means. Maybe I can text you. Is there anything else you don't understand, or is that you're okay with it?
I think I understand everything now.
You understand? Okay.
This session was really helpful.
Let's see. I would have to note that there are plus signs over here. That means that these are the nutrients that you should kind of like look out for. These are the ones you would want in your diet more of. And then for including the dietary fiber. And then there's the minuses like the total fat, saturated fat, trans fat, and sodium. These are the components that are kind of not the negative part of your diet, but they're a concern for today's diet where it's usually associated with like heart disease or obesity. So you have to be careful to have like less of these and more of these.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see, where's my script now? Let's see, after hearing some of this information, do you have any questions or any links to your diet with reading the label? No? Okay.
So I just know that I need to start looking at a food label because my diet is not the best.
Not the best? That's okay. We're all learning at this. We're always learning, so it's okay. So let's create a simple SMART goal today about increasing awareness. So, do you have anything particular that you want to work on?
Just being more mindful
Being more mindful.
about what I put in my body.
So do you want to have a goal? Do you want to set up a goal like maybe this week or next week that you could try to kind of go along with it?
I think that would be my goal.
Just
to be more mindful about what I'm like.
be more mindful.
Yeah.
Do you have like maybe looking at the food label like maybe once a week or when you go shopping?
Every time I go shopping, usually I should try.
So every time you go shopping? So
At least, like if I'm interested in something, I should be looking at the food label.
also like if you were to look at your bag of Cheetos,
I should make it a habit.
so like maybe this week you try whenever you buy a bag of chips, maybe you could look at it and see, oh, which bag of chips has a little bit of less saturated fat in it. So maybe like once or twice this week to look at the food labels. I guess let's see. So your SMART goal would be to look at the food labels at least once or twice a week, or maybe 1 or 2 food items, depending on how often you go out. Because I think you did say that you go out. Do you usually buy your snack or always buy your snacks? So So if you go out
Yeah.
today, maybe you could look at the food label with your bag keep.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. So then how confident are you that you can meet the SMART goal? Or using the same scale from 1 to 10, 1 not ready and 10 is super ready? It's okay if you're not ready.
Probably 7 or 8.
7 or 8, okay.
More towards 8.
So like 7.5, 8? 7.5, okay. Let's see. What would you need to get a 10 on the scale? Like, do you have anything that might be preventing you from making it a 10?
Could be just the fact that I don't really care about what necessarily goes into my body sometimes.
Sometimes. So you kind of
Like I'll see something is bad for me and I still eat it.
Oh,
'Cause
so you're just, so it sounds like you don't, it doesn't sound like you don't care a lot about your health, but it's just at that moment you just want to have, your body's just craving this
Yes.
bag of Cheetos or Lay's, and you're just like, I want to have this for this one moment. So sometimes just your body's craving it and you're just like, oh, I'll let you have it. Is there anything else that might be preventing you, maybe money-wise, home? Maybe you don't have like a microwave or a refrigerator or a stove?
Not really.
Not really? Or just, so maybe it might be a little bit of motivation?
Yeah, I would say that.
Lack of motivation, or just, not lack of motivation, but like, you're just going throughout your day and you're forgetful, you're a little forgetful. You get being forgetful? Okay. And do you have any, is there any advantages to making this change? Like maybe trying to read the food label?
Yeah, it would help me start straying away from all the foods that are not good for me, because that's how I got away from meat.
Oh. So help you go away from, help you adjust to eating less junk food. And do you have anyone in your life who might be supporting you and helping you with your change, like a family member,
Yes,
your
I
boyfriend,
want to.
your classmates, your friends?
All of them.
Everybody, all of the above, okay. And do you have a way to keep track of your goal? Do you have like a book, like a notebook, or like an app?
No, but I can make one.
Okay.
I've been meaning to make one.
So maybe like a chart or like a tick mark, or not a tick mark, maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe like a journal. And see, after talking, how do you feel about your goal? Do you think it's manageable? Do you think it's realistic?
Yes.
Is it unrealistic? Okay, manageable. Okay. Yeah. And now that we've written this down, why don't you read this or rephrase what we planned for you? Here's my goal.
That I was going to be more mindful and try to get myself to stop, to like ditch all the bad food.
Ditch all of that.
Substitute it for better alternatives.
That too. Or like if you compare like your bags of chips, maybe you're like, oh, maybe I could get like tofu. Because I know that you're a vegetarian, so like maybe you want something that's a little filling. So maybe like you want soup or something.
Yeah.
Or like you can have like fruits or something that be. Or because remember you have seafood, so maybe you might want to exchange your bag of chips for like shrimp.
Fried shrimp.
Or fried shrimp, grilled shrimp, shrimp on a stick. Or like a
Sounds good.
or like grilled peppers. But I don't know if you like peppers and all. Well, not everybody likes peppers. So be more mindful of your shopping. Be more mindful of your shopping. Maybe look at your food labels at least once in a while, 1 to 2 times, just like because you go out often. So let's see. Thank you for participating. So this is the end of our session. It has been a pleasure talking to you, and I feel like you know a little bit more than you did before you came in. And thank you for learning about your goals and interests. From our SMART goal planning, you indicate your plan to be more mindful, try to read the food labels at least 1 to 2 times a day, maybe substitute your bag of chips for tofu or like fried shrimp. Is this correct?
Yes.
So one last thing, how will you know you have met this goal?
Um,
Or, I know that means you're